What's going on, YouTube? This is BoxingWave. Quick video. I'm at my dad's. We just finished. We got a lot of family over right now. I was gonna go live, but you guys wouldn't have been able to hear what I was gonna say if I went live. I got a lot of family here, and we just finished watching the whole UFC card, and Conor McGregor just getting stopped just now. Look, I like Conor a lot. I was rooting for him to win, but I knew this fight was going to be a real fight for him. And part of that is because, no disrespect with Dustin Poirier, because he's a good fighter, and he's much better than what he was when Conor fought him years ago. But at the end of the day, Conor, the one thing about him, he's always has conditioning issues. He's always had it. I know he was questioned about this in the press conference, and he's a little bit in denial about it. He has conditioning issues. It is what it is. I know he's been training. I know he's been staying dedicated. The energy was good going into this fight and everything. But at the end of the day, he has conditioning issues. His way of fighting, his style, he's taken a big boxing approach to it. He's a great striker. He's a good counter puncher. But at the end of the day, the longer the fight goes, it's most likely going to go in the favor of his opponents. And the thing is, guys like Dustin, these guys are 100% committed into the sport. They're not sitting here talking about future fights, boxing fights. No, these guys are fully committed to the sport. They're 100% in. They're not talking about retirement. They're not talking about fighting other fights and other sports. And this is a problem with Conor. You have to be 100% to win these fights. You got to be at your very best to possibly win. And this is a problem I have with him and boxers. This is a boxing channel. You have to be 100% dedicated to win certain fights. You can't be half anything. You can't be half anything. You have to be 100% to win certain fights. Some of these fights, if you're a little bit off, or if you just are not that active enough, which Conor is not, you are going to lose fights like this. It doesn't take away he's a great fighter, okay? He's very talented, and I think he has a higher ceiling than Dustin Poirier overall. But at the end of the day, these guys are more committed than you are, and they're going to take you out whenever you're not on your best game. And they still may take you out on your best day. But when you're not on your best day, or when you're not as active, or you're looking at other options, you're talking about future fights, when you're that big of a star, but you're not 100% committed, it doesn't matter when you decide to, I'm going to be really focused for this fight. Doesn't matter. These guys are focused every single fight. All year round. These guys are extremely dedicated. And, Conor was doing well. He got taken down early. But he got back up. He was able to, fend off Dustin for a good amount of time. I thought he won the first round. He came in a lot of energy in that second round. But, I was telling my family, like, look, he's getting kicked in the legs. Those legs, that right leg looks bad. It was swollen. He was faking it, but you can tell he was hurt. The way he was walking, he wasn't putting a lot of pressure in that lead leg, and he wasn't putting the power down. He wasn't sitting down on those punches. He was looking for the knockout, but you can tell he didn't have as much power into those punches, and he should have sat down after the first round. He should have sat down. I know he wanted to stand. He wanted to, but his leg was already damaged. It was already damaged, and he tried to bluff this guy. And Dustin, great game plan with those leg kicks. The plan with Conor McGregor, we already seen you lost. We know how, a lot of the people know how to beat you. They have to outwork you. They survive 1-2 rounds and then come on strong later. And Conor, he doesn't fight enough You know, he's switching sports. He's switching styles. He is a great fighter. He's talented. He's a super celebrity, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, these guys are 100% committed all year round. All year round. And if you're not at your very best, you can't compete with these guys. You know? Listen, I'm not trying to discredit him in any way. He's an amazing talent, but you have to be 100% committed into the sport if you're going to be doing it. You know, and we've heard so many things about Conor, future fights, possible retirements. He, nah, man, nah, man. Look, one good thing comes out of this is the whole boxing thing about fighting Manny Pacquiao and stuff like that. I'm not saying it can't happen anymore. It can definitely still happen, but you know, we already seen you lose to Floyd Mayweather and get stopped by him. It definitely takes a lot of the focus on that fight away, you know, as far as Conor's chances of winning that fight, you know, and at this point, it's like, yo, it's gonna look like another money grab, you know. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna really keep fighting? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess you guys get what I'm saying with this, you know. I know I haven't put any content out this week, but I did see the fight. Very, very long card. It was a lot of fights. I've been watching them since the first prelims. But it was a good fight for the time that it lasted, you know. But once you put the pressure on Conor, he can't take that much damage. And the sting in his punches, the power in his punches, they just wasn't there. You could see in the second round, it wasn't there. And it is what it is. You know, once Dustin started landing 2-3 punches, I was like, oh, no, it's going to be a matter of time. He's going to get knocked out. You know, we saw it with Nate Diaz in the first fight. You know, Conor just can't take it. He can't take it. He's very good, but he had a good run. But at this point, you know, we've seen this before in this sport with many, many other fighters. All right. Only difference is Conor made major money. He's a super celebrity and stuff like that. But his prime is past, you know? So what is he going to do? He's just going to keep collecting big checks, which is cool. Get your money. I'm not going to tell you not to fight anymore, retire, mess up the bag. But he is, and I've been saying this for years, I know he's changing, and that's cool. But he is the UFC's version of Adrian Broner. You know, he is. He's more successful than Broner, and he's accomplished a lot more than Adrian Broner. You know, he beat like legit good top UFC guys in his prime, in his day, and it's cool. But at the end of the day, you got to be fully focused, man, and your potential was much greater than what you actually accomplished. You know, all right. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. And I'll be back on the morning to talk boxing. You know, I'll be back in the morning. Again, I was going to go live tonight, but I have too much family over, and I don't want them. We've been drinking, and, you know, I don't want them talking crazy on the camera. You know, family is family at the end of the day. All right? We all having a good time. My uncle and aunt, it's their anniversary, so, you know, we just having a good time. But the fight was cool. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.